slots are open to the You are of all men most disturbed. You should get complimentary cards. You can generate one on your phone. Have you collected the phone number? Have you exchanged it? What's the person's name? I'm coming to ask you somebody's name. I will not tell you where I'm coming. You must tell me that person's name. Find out the person's name. What's their business like? What's the business name? What's the person's name? Where is the business located? Please I'm giving you prompts. I am your AI now giving you prompts. I'm giving you prompts. Quickly, be executing. What is your name? What business do you do? Where is your business located? Are you doing that? I'm seeing some people are just looking at me. What's this man saying? That person might be a tailor. You might be the one that has a zigzag machine they need. You might have a plug for very fantastic buttons, and the person is a tailor. So talk to that person. Have you given him your number? Oh, he knows what you want. Give him money, Godwin. He wants money. Hallelujah. 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 A lot of us are still outside, and honestly, we can't wait. We can't keep on delaying. But I'd like to say this. This program, as you heard earlier, was meticulously put together. Meetings were held. Many meetings were held to put this program together for our good. Money was spent, and money will still be spent. So I'd like to crave your indulgence to please take this seriously. If there's someone outside that you know, pick up your phone and call that person to come back inside. Please. If there's someone outside, some people are out there screaming, it's time to go inside, it's time to go inside. And some people are taking it lightly. Now, having said that, for the men here, please, if you made a vow or you made a commitment towards Anchor, try and redeem your vow. Try and redeem your commitment. Maybe you vowed 10 billion or 1 billion. No problem. Start with 1 naira. Be redeeming it in bits. You'll finish eventually. But let's redeem our vows because we need the resources. Amen. Amen. Now, I told you people to collect phone numbers. You're joking. The facilitators are here. They're exchanging numbers. You think that they don't need the numbers. They are exchanging numbers. And they are talking about it. You're sitting there, you're looking at me. Turn to the other side. Maybe you collected from your right. Turn to your left and collect phone number. Turn to your left. Turn to your back. Exchange cards. Collect phone numbers. Right? If you don't have a phone, write down the numbers. Amen. As I said earlier, please, if you made a vow towards Anchor programs this year, endeavor to do that. Endeavor to redeem them. Also, you might see some very fantastic t-shirts. You see the Anchor executive, they are wearing very unique kind of t-shirts. They are available out there if you want to get one for yourself. If you want to get this one too, it's also available out there. So please, get your t-shirts. The Anchor theme for the year is the audacity to emerge. Audacity to emerge can be worn by anybody. That's the chairman of my committee. He's wearing one of those shirts. So he's wearing one of those shirts. His own is black, yellow, and white. You have the blue and white. There's the green type. And all manner of colors. Please get your Audacity to Emerge shirts, whether you want the one with a collar or the round neck ones. They're all outside there. So go get one for yourself. That's one. Number 2, I said earlier about the Anchor, if you made a vow towards Anchor. But if you did not and you want to, please, by that registration desk, you just go there and make your commitment to support what Anchor is doing because there are still other events lined up. Let me tell you this. Every time that the football league, there's a game going on. Every time there's a game going on, money is being spent. Those players are being catered for. The refreshment will be given to them and all of that. Money is spent every time something is happening in Anchor. So please support, okay? If you are maybe had vowed before and you want to add to it, please do so, and God will bless you as you do. Amen. 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 Some of you are saying, I don't have money right now. So let me call somebody to help us talk about how we can generate money through AI. He'll be talking for 5 minutes, and then we'll bring in the farmer. I think it's the farmer that's going to talk after him. It's going to be sharp. We are trying to beat time. We've taken too much time already. We're trying to beat time. So pay attention, because everything is going to be tap, and we're out of here. Please join me to welcome Darlington to come up and round up a bit about funding, making money from AI. Darlington, please. You have 5 minutes. Please don't introduce yourself again. Just get into the conversation. Please keep clapping as it comes. Someone came earlier. I said, I came late. I missed the AI part. AI, don't come again.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much. So I'll be talking in the next 5 minutes about the master class. A lot of people have asked questions about what are we going to be learning. In fact, one of my senior colleagues came and met me and talked about how do we even build ChatGPT. I said the master class is not going to teach you how to build ChatGPT. It takes a Sam Altman from OpenAI, Anthropic, all those multi-billion-dollar American companies to be able to train those large language models. So, but what we're going to be training you is how to use AI to make money. So the master class is going to be talking about 7 different softwares, all right? Starting with the grandfather of them all, which I call ChatGPT. ChatGPT is multidimensional. You can do a whole lot with it. Do you understand? A whole lot. And it keeps evolving. 2 days ago, they launched their smartest model called GPT-5. Was just launched just 2 days ago. The smartest model of them all. And it's still affordable, all right? For example, like someone just met me and said, I have an idea. Where do I start from? ChatGPT can be your sparring partner, can help you to brainstorm on that idea, all right? Just ask ChatGPT, this is an idea that I have, help me to flesh it out. And it will flesh it out for you. And even generate a business plan, generate your slide deck, and everything you are going to do. I'm going to teach you all those things. How to start your business from scratch using ChatGPT. Down to business plan, down to doing your valuation, your 5-year projection, all right? Your break-even analysis. Everything about your business can be done on ChatGPT. How to design your logo. You don't even have a logo. You can design your logo. For one of the companies in Lagos, all right, that I'm going to be building their app. The app I was building, I gave them 30 names. Names for the app, 30. I got those names in less than 30 seconds from ChatGPT. Out of those 30 names, they selected 1 name. So even if you don't have a name for your business, ChatGPT can also give you names that you can use, and global names that you can use for your business, and help you to design a logo with that same name, and design your flyers with that same name. So I will teach you, on the master class, we'll talk about ChatGPT, we'll talk about Gamma. Gamma will help you to design PowerPoint presentations, all right? Beautiful presentations. I will tell you how you can do it for free, instead of paying $20. But if you have $20, you can pay and enjoy it for the whole month. Because if you don't pay $20, at a point, you can only do 10 slides. So if your slide is more than 10 slides, you'll be limited by Gamma. But you can do 10 slides for free. But after a while, you'll run out of credit. But I'm going to show you how to use Gamma. Then how to build your website. My website today of my company, cardnetwork.org, I built it. I bought the domain name. I hosted it on Lovable for free. Now, I charge people $500,000, $300,000 to build websites. And I can build that website in less than 2-3 hours. So I can teach, you can make money for building websites. You can even charge people $50,000, make it cheap, so they will rush you. You're not spending money. You can make your own website, $75K. And people will come and meet you. I will show you how to make money with Lovable. We'll talk about Clink AI, how to generate videos with Clink, with HeyGen, with InVideo, all right? How to do your own marketing video and share on WhatsApp. If you go to my Facebook page, I have a lot of videos I've done. I did a video with Ambassador. He was shot. I got his picture from the internet when he was dressed like a chief. And I converted the picture to a video. And Ambassador, and I made the picture to be talking. I can play it for you. Look at it. When I said it to him, he shouted Inukwa. He said, Wahala, Wahala, Wahala. He said the world is about to end. Because the picture was just from Google, and I just converted it to a talking picture. Yeah, with Clink. So it's going to be a wonderful time in the master class. Just come with your laptop. Come, if you don't have laptop, borrow. Because it's a practical class. All right? God bless you. Let's see you in the master class.
Someone say, You did not spend money. You're charging someone 500K for a website. If the next time you hear Anchor is doing something like this and you do not drag like 50 people into this, or you're in trouble. I said something like, and some of you did not. If your friend or someone you know is outside, call them. Some of you did not. Did you get that information? You will not spend money, but you can charge somebody 50K, 75K, 100K for website. You know they spend money. It's just 1 hour, max 2 hours. You finish website, collect your 100K, put for pocket, tax free. And you will show you the secret. I'll see you in that master class. Okay, the next time we're going to be talking greenhouse farming for the future, opportunities in agri-tech and urban agriculture. This man is a dynamic, forward-thinking agribusiness professional with a strong academic and practical foundation in modern farming systems and entrepreneurship. He has a Bachelor of Science degree in entrepreneurship and business management. He combines solid business acumen with a deep passion for sustainable agriculture and innovative farming technologies. There's a program I used to do on Channels TV called Eco Africa. And with that program, I think I practically traveled around the world looking at, and the African countries, looking at how farming is done sustainably. That was the first place I saw where an entire farm was planted. I first saw it in Kenya, then I saw it in Nigeria. An entire farm was planted without soil, and everything was on the wall. And it was a young lady. Here in Nigeria, it was a young lady. Everything was on the wall. And I was, he now said, follow me. And I traveled with her to somewhere in the north, somewhere in Adama, and she had containers, stacked containers, where she had the same kind of system in there all over. And if you know how much she was making daily, with faitable, as they say in some parts of Nigeria, with faitable, millions she was making. People would just come and she would just package and give to them. And she was making her money. No land anywhere. She just rented the land from somebody beside her house. She was sharing a flat with someone and there was an empty plot behind her. And she rented that land and started her farm. Now she has houses. It's over to you. So pay attention. That's just to give you an idea. So, he's also a certified executive strategic management and innovation, positioning him as a forward-looking leader who understands the importance of innovation and strategic thinking in agribusiness transformation. With over 5 years of hands-on experience as a smart greenhouse farming consultant, he has helped construct and develop many greenhouses and which he implements and manages numerous greenhouse and smart backyards. Known for his solution-oriented approach, this man is passionate about training and empowering individuals, especially the youth. So if you're an old man, follow. Especially the youth in sustainable farming techniques and agri-entrepreneurship and food security strategies for a better future. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome on stage Mr. Andrew John Pampam. Please keep clapping as he comes. Keep clapping as he comes. Keep clapping as he comes. Keep clapping as he comes.
Good afternoon. I think the pressure today is a little bit, I'm comfortable here. I'm comfortable. So there is a mandate given to me, I should do sharp. So I'm going to do sharp, as they said. So first, we are talking about the topic, which is greenhouse farming for the future, an opportunity in agri-tech and urban agriculture. So first, before you think about going into agriculture, what do you think first? Before you think about investing into agriculture, what do you think first? You think smart. As an entrepreneur, I always tell people, don't just invest your money on something, don't just invest your money on anything that you don't have an idea about it. So think smart. So what is think smart? Think smart is a phrase. I want to be fast so that I don't want to use the slide. So think smart is a phrase that encourages making wise, strategic, and efficient decisions, especially by using knowledge. So you must have knowledge before you think about going into agriculture. Have that foundational knowledge and be innovative. So innovation and good judgment instead of just working harder and relying on try, by, error. When I mean try by error, meaning you go on the social media spec, looking at already completed farm, looking at good videos. Don't try going into that kind of sector without having this, a good judgment about what you are going into. So in this context, let's talk about agriculture or the business in it. So you think smart. Using modern methods like greenhouse farming. That's in a control. I'm trying to summarize even what we are going to see here. So you are using modern method like greenhouse farming, drip irrigation. So if you want to go into greenhouse or even open field or greenhouse, you need to go into the drip irrigation system. And this drip irrigation system now, new tech technology is already on ground. So when I say new tech technology, I'm talking about Irrigreen. That is irrigation drip system. This is whereby, in fact, let me just explain what Irrigreen is. That's the new tech. I'm working on the tech from the slide here. So this Irrigreen subsurface sucker is something you bury on the ground, then align your plant on it. It will just feed the plant all it needs, water and nutrients. That's a smart way of farming now. You don't need to go and be pouring nutrients directly. No. You just bury it on the ground. It feeds the plant. So, and another thing I want you to understand, it's when you bury this Irrigreen on the subsurface, this is the new innovation that the macroporous tubing, it has a macroporous tubing, it emits generally everywhere. The body, the irrigation drip line, it emits the nutrient or water, specially designed from the sucker hose. You will not see them. It's just wet. So with millions of microscopic opening instead of traditional emitters, that's the normal irrigation drip, you know. That one emits water drop by drop. But this, no, it does not emit. So it cannot clog. Nutrient cannot clog the emitter from the normal irrigation. So you can see we have moved, like the way the AI man is talking about innovation and technology in AI. This is like an AI part of this agriculture. This, instead of dripping, it emits from the body. It emits. So the best and important thing about this Irrigreen is that the rhizosphere of where the root system is, that's where it concentrates and feeds the plants. That's it. And this same irrigation drip can last about 5 to 8 years in your farm. Please note this. It's not as simple as it is. It costs. If you can afford that, you go for that. If you cannot go for the normal irrigation drip line that you know it's there in the market. So I've finished with agri-tech so that I'll go to the next thing. So planning ahead before taking action, considering market demands. When you're going into anything, either open field farming or greenhouse farming, look out for the market demands. What crops are in high demands? It's key. Don't just do agri because you see it on the social media. Look at what you know that people will always ask you, wants to buy. Your neighbor will say, do you have small habanero pepper? Do you have kale? Do you have lettuce? These are key things you can just buy. You can buy at any time in your kitchen or to use. So these are things you have to consider. So now, instead of another example is, instead of planting randomly, a smart farmer checks which crop to sell best, at that season. But one good thing, you check between greenhouse and open field. We are going to talk about season. The key important thing about greenhouse is that you don't talk about season. It's just all around, all year, you have what you are harvesting and you are planting. It can just be like that. So most of the plants we use in a greenhouse farm are indeterminate crops or seeds. Indeterminate. So we will explain that during the training, internship, those that register. We will take you on that. You will know the difference between open field seeds and greenhouse seed. So, now, I've talked about that. So, as I said, as an entrepreneur, innovation is key. So, what is innovation? Innovation is the process of creating new ideas. What are the new ideas you create when you are going into farming? That's the vertical system. It's beautify your compound, it's beautify your house. Anywhere you want to do, you can do the vertical trough system, depending on the type of crops you want to plant in there. So, in agriculture, innovation can be using greenhouse, applying drip irrigation, practicing hydroponics, and using mobile apps. Please, be careful when you use the mobile app, but I have to put it because I also learned from other innovation from the mobile apps too. I didn't kick myself out of that. But you have to be very, like the experts. The experts, we know how to go about it when we go through the mobile apps or we go through the social media spec. But if you don't have an idea about farming and you are looking at it, it's going to be a lot of problems for you. So you have to be careful. So it helps solve problems and save time, reduce waste, and increase productivity. It is also powerful tool for development. Farming, business, education, and healthcare. Anytime you go into farming, those are the key things. So, I will not still use the slide. This is summarizing what I'm going to show you here. So now, first, when you have a greenhouse or you have a land, one key important thing you should do first is know the seed. The seed you're going to use. There are different seeds in the market. You don't mistakenly go and buy the GMO. I don't know why NAFDAC is going into saying GMO is safe. I'm not too comfortable. I'm into that aspect, but I'm not too comfortable with that. Let's grow organic. You sprayed your normal spinach with compost only. You eat fresh food. Please, let's just be careful. I'm getting emotional about this. Please, let them not tell us about GMO. It will cost me a lot to saying this on this stage. But let's look at it. Our forefathers didn't do GMO. They will say the global changes, what the soil duplicate. Please forget it. Let them not tell us that. The Oyubos are trying to see how they will introduce their own lifestyle and way of eating. Why is cancer spraying all around down there? Please, let's forget about that. So, if you don't want to do GMO, you now go for F1 seeds. That's the general seed. F1 seeds is also known as hybrid seed. Are specially types of seed created through controlled cross-pollination. It's okay. Process between two distinct pure parent plant variety. F1 seed is certified. I'm okay with that. So let's leave that F1 seed now. So now, another next stage is, okay, let me just still stay on this so that I'll still go on, do summarize. So another stage is buying seed. When buying seed to plant, getting good quality seed is key to successful and healthy garden. Note this. Note this. There will be a handout for this too. We'll all get it for the intent. So I just have to summarize. So here is practical guide to help you choose a good seed. 1, buy from a trusted source. Very soon, maybe from the church here, we're going to have our, pastor has already said it, so let me not advertise that. So make sure you get from a trusted source, a reputed seed company, choose known brands or local suppliers in the market that you know sell seed. Those seeds are okay, normal. They are not F1 or, so they are just receipts that you know. So those seeds are also good. They also bring out good yield, depending on how you manage them. So certified seed, look for labels like certified organics. It's put on that label. And as I said, non-GMO. Depending on your preference, you can decide which company, as long as you look at the label. So check seed package is also key. Why I'm telling you this, for those that are going into agri, check the packet of what you are buying. So it will show you germination rates. Look for the germination rate. It will show 85 to 95%. Excellent. Then the variety you want to grow. Make sure the variety suits the climate. Suit the climate you are going to, you want to do the plant. Either you are doing outside, that's the open field, or in the greenhouse. Most of the greenhouse, you know, because of the global warming, the greenhouse is a little bit heat. But we have come up with a new tech whereby you can reduce the temperature inside the greenhouse. So you can have a thermometer that you could tell you the temperature, and then you can use your shade net or open a ventilator. It helps. So consider the climate in growing and the growing condition before you choose the kind of seed. There are seeds for hot season and cold season that you understand. So you choose. So choose the right type of seed. F1, Halum open pollinated seeds. You can also get them there. So another important process of seed planting is like you use seedling trays. You must have a seedling tray. Don't do the spray on the floor. You create a bed. No. Now the new tech you can do now is have that what you call the seedling tray. That seedling tray makes it smart for you. It gives you smart nursery system if you want to use the seedling tray. Then also save you space. You don't need to spray it all around. So it protects plants from harsh weather and pests. Make sure because you're going to put them on in a dark room, so it has to be protected from any infestation and pests. Okay, I think I'll take note of that, please. Yeah. So select quality seed. Yes. Avoid regular garden soil when you are doing seedling. Please avoid regular garden soil. There is cocoa pit. That's the soilless medium. So if you want to go into hydroponics, either open field or greenhouse, you should know that cocoa peat is the new thing. It's porous and neutral in pH. So you go for cocoa peat and put on that seedling tray, it moves to the next level. So you know, like me now as an expert, I do my compost, I do my the potting mix that I use for my seedling, so I can do them myself. So I just don't bother. You will buy cocoa peat, you will buy potting mix, but I do my own too. Monitor, you can, with seedling trays, you can monitor the growth and the right environment. So that is the key thing. That is the main key thing before you go into agriculture. Your nursery has to be right. The environment has to be right. And information is key. Innovation is key. Then a little bit of the AI and social media thing. You can do that too. So let me just run the slide. So, as it said, what is smart greenhouse farming innovation system? So greenhouse farming is a smart, sustainable, and scalable way to grow high-value crops, especially in urban area. So in the urban area like Abuja, my vision is every home to have greenhouses spec in their homes. Just produce what you want to eat. Plant what you want to eat. It will reduce the cost and inflation rate in this country. Nobody will do you shakara because you want to go and buy, what do you call, habanero or onion. You can check out what's the price of onion now. So that is what we mean by having it in a perfect environment, ensuring, and also, as I said, food security. So why greenhouse farming? Those that can afford it. Greenhouse farming is a little bit expensive. Let me tell you the truth. They don't tell you that. They will say go into greenhouse, but it's a little bit expensive. But I'm trying to see how we can make it a little bit flexible. Making it flexible does not mean that I will compromise on the integrity check of the material. Look, Nigerian material cannot last you 1 year. So when you are going for the foreign materials, it will last you 5 years. So don't look at cost also. I advise you, don't look at cost. But if you don't have the cost, we can look at a way that we can use the Nigerian material. Then as you are growing, then we can go into the better system. So better. I'm just saying because it's church, but I won't tell you that out there. So you can see a structure. If you want, there's another value chain in greenhouse. That's the structure. You can decide to be constructing this, but you need to be technical. And if you have an engineering skill, you can do that. But the truth about it, me that you are seeing, I'm the one that did this structure myself. No engineering, no any training, but it's by smart thinking and innovation. Anytime I bring in the experts, I watch what they do, how they do it. The boys around them, I call them, tell me, how do we do? How do I get the measurement? You need to get the measurement right. You need to get the measurement right. Don't think because I say I can do it, you will go and do it. The wind will blow it off. You will lose millions. So don't cut corners when doing the structure. This for a client in their backyard garden. So if you have a garden like this, why won't you do this? Those that can afford it. Anybody can have this kind of garden, you know you can pay this more. So this is the finishing of the greenhouse. You can see well-controlled environment. In this place, I didn't put it on this slide. I would have shown you the produce. I supply directly to the client. The client will not eat anything if it's not from what is coming out from here. So from the kitchen, they have 2 kitchens. There is kitchen for the Oga himself direct. So anytime I come, I will harvest and they will take to the official kitchen. Then the next one, there is, I don't want to call, there is another kitchen. Those ones, they know what they cook there. So you are saying, so as I said, I've already summarized the seedling and nursery preparation. I've already summarized it if you can hear, if you have taken note. So this is the cocoa pit. The cocoa pit is the key thing now. Don't do your nursery without this. From our company, we have cocoa pit, we have the potting mix, we can get it for you, and the Aero Green. Fine. The intents, if you are ready, we can get you all this standardly. You can contact us from that. So cocoa, and it's also in the market. You can Google cocoa pit on your phone. There are companies that sell. So I can bring it close to you. If you want to pay transport, fine. And you can see the seedling tray. That's why I said I want to show you, I did the introduction. You can see what the seedling tray looks like. And look at the nurseries in there. When you have a perfect environment for your seedling or your nursery, you are good to go. But if you don't start well, nothing. You won't get results. Don't make the mistake of saying, I can go and get... some people have called me. I think, I'm sorry, ma, that I have plates. I know it will not work. You need a perfect environment to get this done. So that's the seedling tray and the plant in it. These are my kits. It serves as an avenue to train your own children at home. My children, my kids do my nurseries. Just tell them, Oya, do the planting. So they have gotten knowledge on this. So it's another added value for your kids. Not always on that phone. Take away your children from social media specs. A lot of I don't know what kind of information and knowledge they are getting from. There is, but you know it's been infiltrated with pornographic pictures. That your kids are looking more lazy now. Please teach them agric. Let them go agriculture. So that's a beautiful seedling. That's a seedling there. That's bell pepper. And then picture of hydroponic soilless greenhouses. You can see the vertical stand. This is from, I think I did this for someone here in Guzape. That's a private individual, so he desired to do a full, I think a half greenhouse. So he has everything here. That's the vertical stand, greenhouse. And this, another greenhouse. This is a method of, you have the vertical, which is the soilless and soil medium in a greenhouse. That's what I'm introducing in homes now. So if you are doing greenhouse, soilless is a little bit expensive. Soil costs you a little bit less because all the micronutrients, get this, all the micronutrients you need to do soilless, you need to buy them as a single compound like this. But in soil, God has blessed us with soil. God has blessed us with soil, but you need to learn how to enhance the soil. So you can do this, but after doing soil again, there is one thing about the difference between soilless and soil, the nutrients. When you use the nutrient, hydroponic nutrient, it's faster for the plant to absorb than the normal NPK. So my style of greenhouses is I use the hydroponic nutrient to feed everything generally. So it's the same hydroponics. What is hydroponics is water, works. So the nutrient with the water is what feeds the plants. So look at, this is one man's house. These are different compounds. So I'm just showing you a picture of work done by me. These are my work. Not social media, Facebook, getting this. These are my work originally from me. Mr. I hope you are comfortable with the way I'm talking social media. I'm not sorry. So these are my work. So in this house, the woman in question, see, she have access to kale. She have access to cauliflower. At the back, that's cherry tomato and cucumber. You have them around you in your backyard. That's what she did. So this for markets, if you want to go into, how do I call it? Smart, I don't know, you can tell me better. So for mass production and sales, if you want to go into it, this is, you can do this. Fully hydroponics on a vertical. And guess what? I think I didn't put the slide. I planted virtually everything you see here. Me. And how did I do that? Gaining more knowledge. When the consultant in charge, what I did, he's in Lagos and we are talking, and he said, guide me on this. So I used the experience. And the important thing, one funny thing about it, I have staffs. I'm the manager of this farm then. I have staff, but they refuse to join. They refuse to gain more knowledge. That is the problem we are having with most of the people or the youth. I'm sorry, the youth. They don't want to work smart and work hard. We are having issues with that. Very, very key. Our youth need to up their game. We need to up our game and think smart and think agriculture. Please, it's key. So smart farming, hydroponic, nutrient application in a greenhouse farming system. Those are what I've shown concerning the two types. Is the practice of smart hydroponic nutrient application on soil, which help to good enhanced crop yield. So when you use the nutrient, as I said, it helps to fast track nutrient intakes from all the crops. So picture of hydroponics feed smart farming system, soil and crops. That is concerning the soilless and also in soil. So this is a soil greenhouse. I didn't do this. I just want to make reference with it. So this is the finish. This is soil. But it's being fed with hydroponic nutrients, not NPK. NPK takes you one week before it starts absorbing. But hydroponics nutrient takes you maximally close to 3-4 days. It has starts taking action on the plants. This is also an open field with hydroponic nutrients application. And look at the tomato in a farm. This greenhouse is fully soil. So you can see the kind of tomato in clusters. Fast. Look at the bell. Just one bell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just for the first stage. Just ahead of it, on top, you will see more flowers, more fruit. So in a one bell tree or plant, you are sure of going to get like 20 bell. So this is staking. You need to stake them or trellising them. That's why I did so that you see. You need to trellising it because it goes up. That's for greenhouse. you need to do this. So every day you want to sell in green, you sell your bell pepper in green. You want it in red, this same bell pepper can turn to red. It can turn to yellow, and it is green. So it's your choice when to harvest your bell pepper. So this is when it is red. You can see just one bell pepper. When your soil pH level is good, it's okay, you are sure going to get good yield. So that's why you need to do the soil test. We can bypass that. When you have the right experts, they will just know how to enhance that soil for you if you don't want to pay for soil test. So this is what you get when you have good pH and good nutrient application and good environmental check concerning the health-wise of your crops. You can see this in every picture you are seeing is for private homes that are done in Abuja. These are their harvest. This man, the owner of this greenhouse, could not even consume it. He started begging me, John, where will we take this to? You know our Abuja clients, our people in Abuja now, they just have this thing, and they will not give it out to people. There was, what will shock you, one day I don't know what led me to the dustbin. I just opened the dustbin. I saw already rotten bell peppers and tomatoes there. This is a very rich man who plays, so all these things. So I'm preparing to take this to his kitchen that day. So open field and backyard vegetable farming innovation system. So the backyard open field. So if you can't do greenhouse, go to backyard, your backyard. You don't need to spend that money. It's huge, a little bit. But those that can afford it, please do greenhouse. Save you the stress, time, and even your mental thinking. Because when your plants are doing well, you are happy. You find joy in what you do. So, as I said, traditional farming, new technology has improved productivity, reduced cost, and make farm easier and accessible, especially for the low-income earner. So at your backyard, we can discuss that. The interns, they will get more knowledge on how to do smart backyard farming. So the key thing when you have the open field, it's that you must care for this plant. If you don't have time for this plant, it will not work. It will not even give you yield. You have wasted your time and money. If you don't have time for these plants at the backyard, because that's the open field we are talking, you are wasting your time. But in the greenhouse, it has saved you 80% of the exposure of pest infestation and diseases. 80%. Then the remaining 20% is your time and care. So backyard farming is important for food security, home. You can grow your own, provide, and your own and provide. Women, youth, and elderly, this is key for you. Do the backyard, start with backyard. If you can't do the greenhouse, start with backyard. Promote healthy eating for fresh vegetable. That's what we are talking about. Easy to manage, low cost, teaches practical agriculture skills for children and youth. Simple and innovation. So we can design it. I think I have some picture. You can design it like this. It will look good, beautiful. The key thing is that don't let exposed plants that will infest that will bring in pests to infest your crops. So if you can design your backyard, I beg you, design your backyard. It will look beautiful. Most especially, that's the key thing I said in my visual. If I'm going to do any backyard planting for you, please, if you are calling me, be sure you are ready to design it. If you are not, you want me to come and do spray, and I will not, for now, I will not do that. You know why? After the church presentation, you can't imagine people calling me. I spend my money, go to your house. All the sites I've been going to their homes. I want to do this. Give me a quote. I give them quote. The next day, hey, I want to. They will not even call you again. Every time I have a small car. I brought that car here. That small car the least I will use for fuel, 5,000. Give me, I'll round up. 5,000 naira. And I'll go to some people's house. I'll spend close to 8,000 naira just to go and come. And they will not call you back. So that's just to tell you now. If you want to call or ask me to do any greenhouse farm for you, be ready that you have the fund and you want to do it smart. Because if I give you the cost, imagine the one I called one woman, she said, just a small place. I said, okay, 350. She said, 350 kwa. So it's free. I told you, even caps, if you want to lay the caps, how much is a caps now? It's 800 to 900. Caps, you times it by 50. How much has gone into just caps, workmanship, soil, seed? Oh my God. So I went through a lot too. I went through a lot for visiting people. So now I'm in another level. So if you are calling me, call me to get something like this. Yes. So you can see the integrated farms. If you have major land, we can do this. And this is Poti Integrated Farms. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. If you think education is cheap or is expensive, try ignorance. If you think agriculture is cheap, go and ask those ones who have planted. At the end of the day, you plant and there's no yield. But this is guaranteeing you follow through the techniques and you will definitely get a yield. You get, and the other side of it is that he's not as if he's going to train you and then do it for you and then leave you alone. He's going to also monitor and evaluate, right?
Mentor, yes.
Because that's his own testimony as well. So please think about it. Thank you very much. Any questions? One question. Come. Remember, we have the internship. And those of us that have registered, if you've not registered for the internship, please indicate and then go to the registration table. There will be an opportunity to register again. Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Simon Matthew is my name. Thank you so much, sir, for the enlightenment. This one of the things I learned is that good farming starts with how you handle your seedlings.
Yes, sir.
And I felt that was profound. Just on the side, anybody that comes to like that, charge them for consultancy. I think that will help. Yes, let them pay you for your time. So that whether or not they do or they don't do is their business. I just thought to add that. And sir, why I came out, your focus was on the production. And you and I know that one of the major challenges we have with agriculture and why a lot of people run away from it is the issue of market. Yes, because most of these things are perishable. And I was sad when you said that you went and you saw some of those things in the dustbin. So I don't know, I think the emphasis should also be on how do we preservation and also market. And I want to use this as a challenge to the tech guys, if they are here, that why don't we start thinking about how we can be able to, like that your client now that has that in abundance, with the click of a button, they can also sell or maybe apply for anybody that want to take that to the market and sell that. I think that would also make sense. Then my appeal, sorry sir, the appeal I want to give to the ESCOs is, I think the time is right. With what we are doing right now, a lot of us are challenged. Now, but the challenge is that if we're talking about starting charity from home, I think we should have an active market. Because what I noticed we have been doing with most of the groups we have online is that, I'm sorry, with all due respect, I don't know exactly what these groups are there for. Because most of them are just there for telling us what the days of activities are majorly. And I ask myself, then I get these things in church and I'm getting it here. You ask questions are not being attended to. I think the time to start our market as a church is now. Thank you very much, sir.
Just a quick one.
Okay.
If you do have a product, there is a market in church. I'll say it again. If you do have a product, there is a market in this church. I don't know about others. I'll say it again. If you do have a product, I have a product. I am a product, and I've been selling my product. So if you have a product, let it be known that you have a product. And when you are given an opportunity, deliver. Because some of us here, I'm sorry, sir, I'm not disparaging what you said. I agree with you. But some of us here have been given jobs, have been asked to do things, and we go there and we mess it up. And then you blame the church. Sorry, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let me tell you one thing, the person that stepped up here. In agriculture, there are value chains. I specialized as a production specialist in agriculture. So when you call me, I'll give you the yield I produce. So though I have a certificate in agribusiness, so some of these people from experience, please, Oga, note, from experience, when they call you, they don't have an idea of the market. That's why I always tell you, sir, do you have a market for this before you start? Yes, no. If you don't, we tell you, I have a team that marketing is their side. So they will handle the marketing online or whatever. Like Mr. AI, I think we will start talking about the online marketing strategy. Yes, we will start that. So I'm setting up a team now. This team, all they will do is, when we have this produce, they will post it online. And we are talking about other companies that will come and be the off-takers, send it to you as you pay. You book online. So we are working on that. I think that will answer your question.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for him as he returns to his seat. Mr. Andrew John Pampam, thank you. We are coasting home. I'm sorry, I'm sorry the way I spoke earlier. I apologize. But the truth, it is a truth. It is a truth. Many of us in church have messed up. We mess up and then we still blame the church. Are we all perfect? No. But many of us who get the opportunity, we mess up. A quick story. I left my work, I left Channels last year, and I told someone, I said, I do media and PR consultancy. He hasn't seen me do anything. He went to his team, his back end, and told them, I know somebody that can deliver on this, because I told him this is what I do: documentaries, media management, and PR consultancy. And he went to tell them, and they said, okay, we don't know him, but let him come and try. By the grace of God, I came there. I hired somebody because I didn't have the equipment. Hired somebody, said, come, we're going to do this. He charged me. The truth is that all the money I paid, that I was paid, I paid that guy. So I didn't make a profit, but for me it was to make a name. And he came and he did that shoot, and I had to travel to the east to go and do a shoot in the village by myself because I couldn't afford to carry him along. I went by myself. I had to shoot, do a video shoot, do all the interviews. I have a drone. I flew my drone, did my camera work, came back, sat down, did the edit, and submitted it. And they liked it. He liked it, gave it to them. They had a few quirks here. It was corrected. And that went on. And then I came on to do the last part, which was the event management itself. What I'm saying is this. Now he's bold enough to tell his people that, look, this guy can do the job. Can you do that? Can you tell somebody, this is what I do, this is what I do, and then deliver? In fact, deliver above and beyond so that they will come back to you. But in church, he's my brother, so you don't do it anyhow. He's my sister, and I don't do it anyhow. And the person cannot be proud of what you've done. I'm sorry, but we need to wake up. We need to wake up. I'm supposed to be introducing the next conversation, Jay. We've talked agriculture, we've talked AI, we've talked social media. Let's talk about leather business. We wear shoes, we wear belts, we carry handbags, we do a lot of things with leather, apart from chewing pomo. So when you finish learning now, instead of going to buy pomo to cook, buy the pomo to sew what to do. Okay, so building a leather brand, craft to market, and opportunities. There are two people that are going to speak here. One is speaking from the private sector point of view, and the other person is speaking from the government side. So please pay attention, because there are laws that you need to know. The private sector point of view is when you decide that I have this thing and I'm going to do it. And then you need to ensure that you're within the boundaries of the law. He's a creative entrepreneur and founder, a premium shoe and leather goods brand in Nigeria, Dubu. At Dubu, they are not just about making leather products. Their brand is rooted in self-discovery and authenticity, aiming to blend local craftsmanship with premium quality materials to serve Nigeria and Africa's growing finished leather goods market. Indeed, I met someone who said he went to China to buy a product, and when he saw the product and wanted to buy it, someone else in the market, a Chinese man, walked up to him and said, "This thing you're buying here is made in your country." And he's like, "Are you serious?" Say, "This thing, they make it in your country." And I went to interview one CEO of a government agency, and he said, "This product, they actually make it in Nigeria, and then at night they ship it out. Because we do not buy made in Nigeria. We have to see made in China, made in America before we buy. So what they do, they'll make it here, stamp it made in China, made in USA, and then ship it out. And you go and pay 10 times the price to bring it back in." Fortunately for us, we have people like this that can give us good quality shoes, belts, handbags as we need them. Please join me to welcome Chimaroke Ndubu as he speaks on building a leather brand. Keep clapping as he comes, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. As introduced, I'm Chima Roke Ndubu, and I'm a creative entrepreneur. So I would like to start by first commending the organizers of this program and the balancing of the speakers here. I mean, we've talked about digital products, social media, and also AI. It will also be good to expose people to physical products. And that's why I appreciate the farmer and myself too, because we have to, okay, so I'm the founder of Dubu. We make shoes and premium leather goods. Premium there is the key word, because we're trying to not be luxury, but at the same time, not be mass-produced. So I'll start by, my slides by how to build a leather shoe brand. So I'll take you through the journey of ideation, brand identity, all the way to growth and sustainability, running through taking it to the market. So it starts with finding your why. We may not realize it, but everything starts with a thought, like an idea. Everything physical you see starts with an idea. And I had mine in 2016. Hello? Okay, I had my own idea, my eureka moment in 2016. Of course, I have an alternate ego life. I'm a lawyer. I'm 22 years at the bar. I'm 22. Thank you. So I have an alternate ego, and the person standing here is a person I co-created, a leatherpreneur, because sometime in 2016, I was in between jobs. And being in between jobs, you know, is the time when you dust up your CV and start sending out CVs, applying. And by 2016, I had packed on the years of experience, so I could practically manage any department in any company. So, but as I was putting up my CV together, something occurred. I had an encounter with myself, and I was sitting on my bed. Then I was like, will you just, the design of sending out CV is kind of faulty. That was my thinking at that moment. Why will I send CV to someone and the person will look at it and tell me whether I'm qualified or not? So I was like, there's something wrong with this system. Like, are you meaning that I'll walk through life, just be consuming, and what could I produce? What could I contribute? And not just work, in a corporate environment for someone else. So that was the idea in my head at that moment. Then, as I had that eureka moment, I said, okay, I was going to think about it longer and harder, and I was like, okay, what do I contribute? I was sitting on my bed, and I looked everything around me, the walls, the roof, the wardrobe, the shirt, everything around me, and I got to my own dress, and I was like, okay, this was made by someone. Then I got to the shoe. I said, okay, this is a shoe, and I can make a shoe. At that point, I didn't know how to make a shoe. I didn't even know what the shoe was about. But I just said it to myself that I was going to make a shoe, and I was wearing something similar made by a different brand. So I said I was going to make a shoe. And that moment, the words I spoke to myself haunted me, and I decided I was going to go into leather craft and finished goods manufacturing. So that short story is my why, because I looked at the market, I looked at my environment and said to myself, there's a poor perception of made in Nigeria goods. They are seen as poorly finished and made of low quality. And some people I know already had gone into garments, manufacturing. What can I do to complement it? So that was my thinking. That was my why. Why do you go into such, leather goods manufacturing? So you need to find your own why. It could be shoes, it could be something else. If we make an assessment here, there are about 80 to 90% of us, most of us are wearing something made of leather. If we're not wearing it on us right now, it's lying somewhere in our wardrobe, maybe a bag, a belt, a watch strap. So the market is really huge in something. And you could just take only one product and do it excellently well. And once you do it excellently, people will buy from you. That's almost an assurance. So you need to find your own why. Why do you want to build or go into any particular product manufacturing? But in this case, it will be leather goods. So you need to identify the niche in the market. Like I mentioned earlier, you need to look around your environment and say, okay, this is something you can provide, maybe this particular brand of shoe, then you define your target audience. My initial target audience, I said, is to be men. I decided on, attending to men because I just think men make quicker decisions when they are making purchases. Yeah, if a man likes something, they just pay for it. Not to deride women, but women will go the zigzag before they finally make a purchase. So you need to define your target audience. Then you research the market. Know your competitors, what the market has to offer, and whether people will actually buy what you produce. But I must assure you, there are creators among us. There are creators all among us. Most of us were created by a God, and we were made in his image, so we must be creative. Maybe in digital way or physical products, but I encourage everyone to try and create something, because that is the bedrock, the foundation of any and every economy. China is where it is right now because of physical products, they mean. Well, the AI has come along now, but to take economy from an agrarian economy to what it is right now is, products and commodities. So I'll move to the next slide. So the next stage of building a leather brand is you need to choose your brand identity, your logo, what's your name? Your name is what people identify with. And I advise it should be short. Then you create a logo if you want to. Then also, I did not want to go with, this is about building in Africa or building up Africa. So my thinking about logo and my brand name, I was thinking of something African. So the Dubu is a combination of my last name and also something that sounded African, like someone mentioned, it wouldn't be right for us to make something in Nigeria and send it out of the country, because the Nigerians don't want to buy made in Nigerian products, and that is a perception that has to change. We have to, and it's understandably so why someone may not want to buy made in Nigerian products, because some of them, the finishing is poor and is made of poor quality materials. So I created this brand, and one of the missions was also to change the narrative of made in Nigerian products, to give it better quality and use better finishing. So that is about the brand. And you define your core values, you define your mission to be a leading player in the sector, and you decide every day to hold the vision and work towards building the brand. Then, of course, in leather shoe manufacturing, you have to start with the pattern making. You sketch your designs, then you source for materials. Sourcing for materials, of course, is not an easy task. You may have to travel, know what is locally available, travel to Lagos, Aba, Kano, or wherever you think the source of the material you wish to use is being made, before you now think of internationally. Because Nigeria has a very huge market. And our market, the leather market is a bit like the crude. And when you hear some people, or maybe in social media reels, people saying Nigerian leather, they are mostly talking about unfinished leather. Because what happens is, it's called wet blue. So the hide and skin of the cow or the goat is peeled, and it's not finished in Nigeria. They send it out of the country to Italy, and maybe it's bought by tanneries who finish it, and now some of us import it back into the country as finished products. Same thing with our cocoa, same thing with our crude. And when a product is finished, it's 5 to 10 times more expensive than the raw material. So these are the narratives we need to change here. We need to also produce something for other countries to import, for others to use. So this is the market that we must try to play in. So product design and development. So you choose the particular style of shoe or leather product you wish to make. Then you focus on the aesthetics and make it comfortable. You develop prototypes. The first ones we made, of course, with the help of, I hired some shoemakers, and trust me, it's difficult to work with some people who are not as educated as you, but there's just an education barrier. But if you want something to if you want to get things done, you have to bring yourself down, get your fingers dirty, and do not be ashamed. I mean, this is something you want to achieve. So you go all the way and work with whoever you want to that can help you achieve your dream. So you also, once you develop the prototypes, you test the durability of your product. I mean, you can't rush the process. You have to test the durability. For myself, this is about 10th year I started this journey. First 5 years was product development. Of course, I'm a lawyer, I was saving up, and I rented a room somewhere, a one bedroom. After work, I'll just go there and be brainstorming with myself. Nobody else. I was just thinking of me, leather, and doing. It was just something that wanted to be manifested through me, and I just needed to obey. So I'll just keep doing it, working at it, working by myself till I got people to join me to help with the finishing, and when I ran into problems. So, of course, when you're done with the product, you need to think about registration. And registration, you need to go with the CAC, you need to register a company, because first things first. I mean, if you're going to sell on the market, you won't be selling and people paying into your personal account. So you need to register a company, a corporate personality outside yourself. And being a lawyer, of course, that came easy. Then, of course, trademarks. You have to register your trademarks with the trademarks office. And that is as important as the incorporation itself. The next stage is sourcing and production. I had mentioned a bit about this, and finding reliable suppliers, both local and foreign-based. Depending on the quality or the level you want to play at, you may need to rely on also import raw materials from other places. And the whole idea is to sell finished products for us on the international market. The shoes we make can stand shoulder to shoulder to Italian shoes. And because, thank you very much. So that was the market I wanted to play. So you need to, and if you go to Italy, you see some of them making some of the things they send to us here in their basement. I mean, even if you go to China, where they make some of these things and send to us, we too can make it and send to them. I told my staff when I was giving them the prep talk, like, Italians don't have 2 heads, they don't have 11 fingers, and they don't have 3 hands. So anything they can do, we too can do it. If it takes patience, if it takes commitment, if it takes years, we can do it. So we have to just choose one thing, choose one product, and be committed to it. So sourcing and production, you build relationships with shoemakers, then you decide, you start small. You produce first few shoes we produced, I gave it to my friends, they looked at it. Of course, you could look at their faces and say, they send you go law school, this is not what they do. But you're the one with the vision, and don't be ashamed of your vision, I must tell you. You never know how far it will take you, and there's a liberty, there's a freedom that is more important than any money you can make. You know, you have to, it's not about the money for me. For me, initially, it was not about the money. It's just to be successful in a craft. Just be successful in a craft. The money will come. It will definitely come. Just focus on being successful in your craft. So you start with small batches. My first few friends, I gave it to them. A few of them paid for it. And why you start with your friends is they give you the feedback. You need the feedback. One wore it and said, oh, it's pinching me here, it's pinching me there. Then you take it back, you refine it. You just can't jump straight to the market. Of course, you just don't do that. So branding and marketing is the next stage. So you start doing once your product is confirmed, then you have to use the tools that have been shared here by the first two speakers, the social media, the AI. You can use them, then social media, Instagram, Facebook. There's never been a better time to build a business because the market is so huge. The market, you can stay in your own factory and through social media and AI, you sell to someone, they don't need to see your face. The person that bought a shoe from me and the reason I'm here never saw my face. They only saw a picture of the product, paid for it, and understood it was made in Nigeria. I said, okay, this is nice, and thought it was wise for me to join, upstage here. So you don't have to show your face. Your product, just focus on the successful craft, and your product will do the talking for you. So you find collaborations. No man is an island. You find people who can work with you, especially issues of funding. I was able to save to start off the leather business, finished leather goods market, finished leather goods product from the savings I had. But it got to a point I started seeking for funding because, of course, you have a family. You have a family to feed. And it's also a risky venture. There's no guarantees here. So initial funding, to come from savings, then you seek funding from family, extended family and friends. And you find people, you show them, by that time you've developed the product, you show it to them and say, okay, you have this idea about a product you want to sell on the market. And by the time you try your family or friends, some of them will trust that you will get it right. And of course, you have to also keep your own end of the bargain. You just have to. Then you have to, let's move to the next stage, sales and distribution. Then you choose your selling channels, whether it's direct to customers or whether you have distribution channels or whether you have retailers carry your products. Then, of course, you have the website, e-commerce website, e-commerce setup. You have a website where people can go. And by the time you develop the website, people don't have to interact with you personally. They don't have to DM you. They just go click, and of course, the product gets to them. Then, customer service. We can't overemphasize on customer service. And some of us who have experienced working in the corporate world, an idea that came to me is when you get some of these some of these artisans to work with you, you now wonder, okay, how about if you apply your experience, into something artisanal? Be it anything. I mean, how good, because some of them don't have the best of customer service. So that is also part of something we did. So the customer service has to be excellent. Once you sell a shoe to someone, it doesn't end on at them paying. You have to follow it up. How does it fit? As a matter of fact, we offer refunds. If someone is not comfortable with the shoe, you take it back because you're willing to go the whole nine. You're willing to do everything to make sure, someone is comfortable. That building trust. You have to build trust on the marketplace and build customers that trust that if they buy something, especially with the social media space, there's so much online fraud going on, and for people to buy your goods online, it takes a whole lot of risk now. So you offer, then we have delivery partners that pay on delivery. Some people, they don't want to just pay the money into your account and you send the product. They want to see it physically because they don't believe that what they are seeing online is what they will receive. So you have delivery partners that offer pay on delivery. All they have to do is just maybe make a minimal commitment, maybe 5,000 or whatever it is, depending on the value of your product. Then once they make that, the person is serious. Then you send out your product through your delivery partner, then they deliver it, especially across state lines. So, for example, someone in Lagos wants to buy, you send it out, they receive it, and your delivery partner will receive the payment for you. Then growth and sustainability. It's always advisable to start with one product. Just start with one product, get it well, then you now begin to reiterate it and also add other products. So we started with the shoes, the loafers precisely. Then from the loafers, we add other products because you have to think long term. You think like short steps, long vision. Then you start small, but think big. So innovate in design and materials, sustainable practices. Then you have to scale without losing quality. This is one of the most difficult parts of businesses, especially in manufacturing. So imagine you're a chef and you can cook for 5 people. Or maybe you're not a chef yet. You're just someone who can cook. You can cook for 5 people. Then they tell you to cook for 1,000 people. You end up pulling your hair because that's difficult. For your food to have the same taste when you cook for 1,000 people as when you did for 5, that is what scaling is like. Managing how much Maggi, how much water, how much ingredients you pour into that meal you're making to make sure it doesn't lose its taste. So scaling is really tough, and especially in manufacturing, it's even tougher. Manufacturing is one of the toughest things you could ever do. It's one of the toughest things because there are too many moving parts, and especially in Nigeria, you just have to. So me deciding to go into it is because I just like a challenge. I've always liked a challenge, and law was not challenging enough for me, sorry to say. So I like a good challenge. Manufacturing is tough challenge. That's why you see there are few people manufacturing. So scale without losing quality. Then you believe in your vision and you stay consistent. You learn, adapt, and grow. And always try to get better each day. And the market is huge. The world is yours to take. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for him one more time. We'll take 2 questions. 1. Come. Any other? Thank you. So 1 question it is. Don't worry, I'll come to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My question is, I want to know if you have, do you train or you have an office in Abuja where you train anybody that is interested? Because as you said, you like challenge. The same thing, me too. I like challenge. Yeah, I like challenge right from small. I do different things. And once I see you doing things, I pick up from there. Except you don't want me to see. But the moment I see, I pick up. So I want to know what are you building there. So that I can do better than you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. Yes, we could train, but it's a part of our business that we've not started doing yet. But it's something we're working on, and in the very near future, we'll get to train people on leatherworks, because leatherworks should not be treated as, what will I say, it's a huge market. Globally, it's over a 400 billion market. In Africa alone, billion dollars. Then in Africa is a huge market. The Louis Vuittons, that's luxury though, but there's a premium market. And if you understand, it's not something you treat lightly. So one has to be sure they are getting into it, although you can do it from the home and all that stuff, but our own scale is we're moving to industry scale. That's what that's the whole aim. So training is something we can do, but it has to be something that aligns with one who wants to learn on on a huge scale, not just to make what they can wear. You have to make something that can go on the market and stand shoulder to shoulder internationally with any leather product. So yes, short answer is yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please put your hands together for him. Chimaroke, before you go, but wait, why did they pack the shoe go now? He's packing the shoes. While you were talking, I heard somebody whisper, I don't buy that one though. The person is actually eyeing this particular one. So let's see, maybe I'll collect it before he does. But these are beautiful. If you need this, you just talk to the man. And comfort for men. If that's why you find a man having one pair of shoes for the next 20 years, many times it's not because they can't afford another pair. It's because that particular one is very comfortable. It is light and comfortable. Men love their shoes. Is there a man here that doesn't love shoes? Men love their shoes. And women, you cannot buy us shoes. You don't know our shoes. But we love you guys. Thank you so much. Chimaroke, before you go, I'm going to invite the Secretariat, the representative of the Anchor President, to step up and do the needful. Huh? How much? When you're ready, you come and ask a question.
Thank you very much. All right, that was wonderful, right? Honestly, you wouldn't know the heart this guy has because of the area, he's venturing into. I can tell you for free, that's a difficult terrain doing this. Manufacturing is one of the most difficult things you can do in Nigeria. So I know the challenges, especially the leather sector. Let me shock you. Most of the tanneries in Nigeria are owned or being operated by foreigners. Most of them. And what they do is that, before now, you could export what we call hide and skin. That is the animal skin that produces this. You could export it, but it has been banned. So what they do is that they produce it, the tannery, into wet blue leather, send them to Italy, send the wet blue leather to Italy. They produce those same leather, manufacture them to shoes, and bring them back for us to buy. I dare say most of the so-called Louis Vuitton and the Gucci and everything and the shoes we wear, and we buy them in hundreds of thousands of millions, are actually our parents' gods. Our parents' hide and skin. During Salah, they go into the hinterland of the Hausa land, mop up all the leather. I've been there, I see it, I know the industries, I've seen it. Mop up every skin and produce it, and it's so sad. It's so sad. Most Nigerian terrorists are out of business. They bought them over. So when I'm sitting in there, hearing him saying he's venturing into this, I marvel. Well done, sir. Well done. Well done. At this level, you will see the kind of shoe he's wearing. If he steps down, please look at the shoe. I will swear it's not from Nigeria. My brother, I think we are the same height, right? And because of that, I think we should have the same size. Well, if you know, you know. Thank you very much. So, we want to induct you as a honorary member of the Anchor Men's Fellowship. So, on behalf of the men here and by the powers invested in me by the president of Anchor and the entire Men's Fellowship, I want to decorate you with this badge as an honorary member of Anchor. So what that means is that you are our ambassador. We'll be inviting you, we'll be interfacing with you. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We are going to tap from your wealth of knowledge. And please, like he said, link up with the church. There's a market here. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, Chimaruge. Thank you. Somebody else is going to come up to talk to us about the leather business. But please don't rush to go away, because in all of these things, when you finish producing that product, or whether it's a product or service that you have to sell, you need to be able to sell it. If people don't see you, they won't buy. If they don't hear, they will not know. So they need to hear or see for them to be convinced to buy you or buy your product, as the case may be. So that is the last segment we're going to have. But first, we'll be listening to someone from the Technology Demonstration and Promotion Center of the Department of Technology and Innovation of the FCT. A highly respected civil servant, a graduate of automobile engineering, wow, over the years, who's demonstrated a strong commitment to national development through impactful training and empowerment initiatives. Her involvement in programs such as the Millennium Development Goals, SURE-P, and training of inmates at the National Correctional Center has empowered many with life-changing skills. Notably, she played a key role in training selected leather trade teachers from Nigerian Unity Schools under the Ministry of Education, helping to strengthen the technical capacity within the education sector. Her willingness to share practical knowledge beyond the boundaries of official duty reflects a deep sense of purpose, service, and leadership. Through this outreach, she is helping to open new doors of opportunity for individuals, families, aligning vocational skill with economic development. Please join me to welcome an Assistant Director at the Technology Demonstration and Promotion Center, Department of Science and Technology and Innovation of the FCTA, Engineer Mrs. Adeniji Olutayo Rachel. Please keep clapping as she comes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Praise the Lord. Our God is good. Yes. We from Department of Science and Technology Innovation, we offer training in collaboration with NALES. What is the meaning of NALES? Nigeria Institute of Science, Technology, Nigeria Institute of Leather, Science and Technology. We collaborate with them in order to give training to people in leather works, leather value chain. What we do, we produce shoes, bags, belts, upholstery. You know, in the car, we have leather. I'm supposed to even ask you, you don't know our slogan. Our slogan is that, hit your mama, waka barefooted. That is, when you hit your mama, you will waka barefooted. Look at my colleagues that have just spoken. He said, you know, it's got to a time, as he said, we went around to go and do what? During the Ilea festival, Big Salah, to go and collect. Please bring the skin of your sheep so that we can use it to produce shoe and bags for me and you. And the upholstery inside the car, we use leather. Industrial belts, safety boots, military black combat boots. If you come to my office, you will see the boots, soldier boots, immigration boots that we need to supply to them. You can come, we are training. You can come for training. We have machines, different machines for training. We have camouflage boots. We have pistol holder jackets. Pistol holder jacket. It is made of what? Leather. It is made up of leather. If I want to ask you now, those of you that you are sitting down, if you are not putting on leather, raise up your hand. Leather is not part of your dressing. Just tell me. Raise up your hands. It's part. You cannot do without it. Look at my shoe. My shoe is made up of, it's a student that produced it. This is my shoe. It's a student. And it's got to a time we call teachers. Because under us, we have technical colleges and science schools. We now call them. There was a time my son came. He said, I'm studying this so course. And I look at us, we are almost 500 from this school, from another school, from this school, from this school. How many our government is going to employ? He said, Mommy, please, buy camera for me. Make a studio for me. Let me be managing my life gradually. We said we should catch them young. We started catching them young. We went to schools and began to train teachers. My slide. You will see how teacher, last year, if you call me last year, I will not be available. July to August ending, we were training teachers from federal government colleges we have just finished, from FCT schools. Continue. Okay. I want to show you, because we don't have much time. See the shoe that is being produced from our students. See our students. You've seen them? That's student. That's the teacher. The best teacher among them. We're giving machines, filing machine. I even brought filing machine. We have different letters that we give to them. He has started. If you want to enroll in that school, there is a customized sandals belt that you must buy before your child will be enrolled. See the teacher? Have you seen him? If you want more, please, you can come to us. Visit us. That's Nigeria Institute of Science, Science Technology that we are collaborating with. From Zaria, they have different, you can go for diploma, you can go for OND, you can go for HND. Let me shock you. In footwear, we have only 2 PhD holders in footwear. Throughout, there is a lot of opportunity. A lot of opportunity. You may decide not to be a cobbler. It's not important. It's not compulsory. You can you can work internally. You can work internally in order to produce all these leathers that we are using. You can produce, you can work there. It's better that we should have this correctional foot for people with club foot. Different. Is it somebody that is suffering from diabetes? We produce shoe for them. You can come to us. Our place is not far from here. Utako, you know Utako from Arab. Come there. You will see our workshop. And we have wonderful teachers. that will train you so that you will be able to be on your own. You will be able to be on your own. Have you seen it? Have you seen wonderful things that you have been doing? You have been doing development, production, processing, manufacturing, distribution, and consumers. See teachers. Have you seen them? They are the one producing. Go there, go to schools now, you will see them producing. And there are a lot of teachers, there are a lot of schools that want to be producing, that want to be doing the customized sandals and shoes and belts. We don't have enough. Come and you will be registered. And you will know more. Even women, I told you, see this shoe that I'm wearing is being produced by us. See it. We are the one that produce it. My second will tell you some things. You know, if you want to travel abroad and they need leather value change person, will you tell them that I sabi and where? Will you tell them? Will you tell them they need what? They need evidence. And the evidence, will you carry your shoe and go and tell them? No. You will not take your shoe there and show them. You must be certified. Let my second come and tell you about how you will be certified so that you can enter anywhere with it. God bless you.
Just stand there. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Engineer Deniji has said it all. But for certification, we'll link you with NAPTEB to be certified. For now, we have 2 centers that do modular examination for those who wish to be certified. So any training you undergo, you will get a certification for that. Thank you.
Do we have any questions? All right, thank you. Thank you, ma. Please keep clapping as I go. Keep clapping. Amen. Amen. I am from Cross River State, but I spent a few months in Aba. Okay, so when I finished secondary school, my mom was very upset with me. So she called my other sister and said, come and take this boy away from here. So my sister, she and her husband lived in Aba, so my sister came and carried me to Aba. I went to bed, and I woke up by 3 a.m. with a voice, with a knock on the door. And I opened the door, my sister says, pack your bags, in 2 hours we're leaving for Aba. And so I went to Aba. By the grace of God, I got born again in Aba. But I'm saying that to say this. At a certain time, I was going to church every day, and my brother-in-law was really upset. And me, I was upset. I mean, I wasn't born again, all of you were angry. Now I'm going to church every day, you're angry. What is your problem? And he said, how can you be in the house? And in the house was this pile of soap, bar soap. My brother-in-law was selling that. Pile that had been there for a long time. And so every day, just few cartons are going out. So he was like, he needed help. So I was angry. And then I entered my room, stormed into the room and shut the door, poof. And I just fell on the bed. As I fell on the bed, my Bible was on the bed. It opened. And when I got up, the scripture that hit me, I can't remember, but the word said, let it not be for your sake the ministry be evil spoken of. I sat up and I went to my brother-in-law. I said, I'm sorry. He said, the next day, I got up and picked up 1 carton of soap. That was where I learned to speak a bit of Igbo. Picked up 1 carton of soap and walked to Ariaria Market. Now, when you're walking to area market, not on Fox Road, those are not about, you're going from the back end. You're going through, is it Umola? But anyway, that back end. You enter Boundary Street to the end of Boundary Street and then walk from there. You get to where they call Power Line, you get the leather works and all of that in Aba, area market. And I saw the things they were doing there. God, you see shoe. They'll finish crafting it there and take it to the shops. They have different grades of shops. You have the luxury shops. The shoes are made there. And they will stamp it, made in Italy. And they take it to that shop. And then some people will come from Port Harcourt, from Lagos, and you see their vehicles, they come in there and collect these leather shoes, luxury leather shoes. Made where? Area market. I know the place. I saw them. So sometimes I carry my carton of soap. I come and sit down. When the old women are finished buying, I sit down and I'm eating mama put with them and we're gisting. And they're telling you how they do their things. Power line, all those areas. The things they do, with things we do in this country. How many of you have heard of Onwuka nails? The older ones will know Star Paper Mills, 3-star notebooks. Star Paper Mills is no more. But all of these guys were in this country. And some are still here. Some are seated here. If we can only look around us and patronize us, we will go very far. Thank you so much, Chimarake. Thank you. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Earlier I said, if you have the services or you have the product, if you don't tell it, nobody will know. I cannot come to your house and begin to tell you and bring down your product you want to sell. You need to come out and tell us about it. And that's where we're going to now. Branding. And to take us through that, we have the president of the Reef Holdings, overseeing the Reef Apartments, Homes and Hotel Limited, the Reef Communications Limited, Lujo Parades Limited, Oak 67 Farms Limited, Paxagio Landscape and Seraphic World Constructions Limited, a fully committed professional who holds full membership in the Nigerian Institute of Architects and is duly registered by the Architects Registration Council of Nigeria. He is also a registered practitioner of advertising with the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria and numerous other professional bodies. This man is an ambassador of the African Union, serving under the African Union Agenda of 2063 Ambassadorial Assembly. He holds this office dear, contributing his quota to the sustainable agenda and objectives of the African Union, as chairman of the Infrastructure Development and Investment Committee in the Distinguished Assembly. Beyond his professional life, he finds joy and fulfillment in his family life. He is married to a beautiful woman, and together they cherish 2 beautiful children. Please join me to welcome His Excellency Ambassador Felix Arome as he comes to talk to us about selling your skills, the power of personal branding and client management.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. I really want to appreciate Anchor. I think I'm a bit proud that I'm the only person that is here with his badge. I don't need to be inducted. And I appreciate the honor that I was left to, cap it up. That's to say that we have capacity in Anchor. So put your hands together for Anchor Men's Fellowship. Thank you very much. I will try to be fast. I know this 30 minutes they give us is a tall order, but I'll do my best to do justice to it. Okay, so a lot of people may say, this man does a lot of things. How does he manage all these things? You manage them by priority, and you manage them by gapping. So you have to find a way to be able to manage all the things you do within an ecosystem that helps you to not be gassed out. And how do you do it? You make sure that you only thrive or work within areas that you are very good at. For instance, I'm with the African Union Agenda 263 Assembly, as said. I'm also with the United World Congress of Diplomats, an affiliate to the United Nations. And in these two organizations where we do diplomatic work, I made sure that I did not move to any section or sector that is not directly related to my discipline, if you notice. I am at UNWCD, I am head of infrastructure, energy, and industrial development for Africa. And what is the mandate? Drive foreign direct investment into Africa in these sectors. Now, if you're going to drive investment in these sectors, you need to understand the sector. So if I cannot be an architect without understanding development, infrastructure, industry, if you don't understand energy, you won't be able to thrive well in that department. So with that, I would operate naturally, seamlessly within that office. But if I were to be maybe head of department in education or healthcare or value chain of commerce, that would be a problem, because it would mean that I will have to go read about commerce or and that will be too much. I won't be able to deliver. So make sure that when you want to do a lot of things, because the Bible says cast your bread upon many waters, you make sure that the many waters are not far from each other, so that it's easy to keep track of them, so as it were. So if you notice, you say, construction, real estate, landscape. I think the only one that is a bit out is advertising, but it is not too far because it is out of home advertising, billboards. So when we have real estate projects, where do we put them up? On the billboards. You understand? So it is still somewhat related, but I'm making money off something that is not related to architecture or construction. So let us get down to the slides. I hope, I came with mine, because in Nigeria, we always have to come with a backup generator. So I didn't want to come here and be looking like, because trust me, the way I'm looking all bold, I'm a bit fidgety looking at you people, so that I don't mess up. And they'll say, he says personal branding, he can't even brown his mouth. So thank you very much. Now, you are not just selling a service, you are selling yourself. Why this matters? I'm not going to be dwelling so much on the slides. I will just be, freestyling through them. In a crowded world, attention goes to the person, not just the product. If people can't see you, they won't buy from you. Now, there are industries where people do not necessarily need to see you, but they will still see you. Because in the earlier days of building your brand, you need to show up. There were times when people like Adenuga needed to go lobby for license for Globacom. If you read his story, you will know that there was a time he even had to prostrate for Obasanjo to get the license. If he were to operate the way he's operating now and then, he wouldn't have Globacom to run. If you understand, Adenuga is an introvert. He is a shy person. He doesn't like to come out. But he had to swallow his shyness or timidity to go out and show up and get the license. Then before he now got an ecosystem and a structure that could run it seamlessly without him having to be there every day. So you have to, there's that period when you're starting, you still need to show up in case you think that your industry does not necessarily need your physical presence. You are the product. Learn how to sell it. In a crowded world, it is not just the best skills that wins, it's the most visible. So it is who they see, they will patronize, whether or not you are better than them. So be very mindful of that. This session will show you how to sell your skills with confidence, build a brand that speaks before you do, attract clients that align with your values. I'll give you a simple example. I told myself, I said, it seems I'm beginning to go into public speaking, and you cannot be a diplomat without being ready to talk. You have to go out and talk and advocate. So I told myself, how are we going to do this dressing thing? Because I am an OCD person. If I iron the clothes and it squeezes, I will put it back on the table and re-iron it. That's how bad my own OCD can be sometimes. So if you are that kind of person, you don't want anything that would stress your life. So what did I tell myself? I said, anytime you are going out for public speaking, just wear white. So that you don't have to start thinking, how do I combine this color? Or is it purple? What is the color of the event? If you like, let your event be purple, blue, black. White will blend because it's neutral. If I wear black now, they say, am I mourning somebody? So let me just wear white. Aha. personal branding visibility, if they can't find you, they can't pay you. Branding is not just about being flashy. So some people think it's all about packaging. It's about being seen consistently in the right places. Some people are everywhere. They are not scarce. There is value in scarcity. There is value in scarcity. So you have to make sure that you are at the right places. You can't be everywhere. Some people are irritated by people who are everywhere. If you are everywhere, they'll be like, are you sure this guy will not reveal my secrets? He is with and you don't know who is his political enemy. And he's seeing you at his wedding. Automatically, you've lost that job. So you have to be calculated as a business person. It is not easy, but you have to use wisdom. Make sure that the event you are going for is a generic event that you can defend why you were there. But if it's the one that shows that you are a political ally, or those of you who are politicians, I know you understand what I mean. So that before they will say you have joined ADC. So pick a niche. Own it. People buy from specialists, not generalists. Define what you are known for, your look, your voice, your service. Be the go-to for that. You can't be in laundry business and you come to a meeting with a squeezed clothing and you want them to patronize you. I don't understand how that works. Because they will look at you from head to toe. Is this the person that will iron clothes for me? Okay, I'm coming. I will call you back. I said, no, sir, I was jumping Molue. That is why I said, no, don't worry. We'll get back to you. So you have to be able to appear in conformity with what you do. People look. Some people don't listen to what you say. They are watching you. They are looking at you. It's what they see, what they observe that they take home. So be very careful with that. Total lifestyle uniqueness. Your brand is how you live. Your style, habits, values, they shape how people perceive your work. It's branding through being. I don't know if you understand this. You define your style. Define what works for you. Don't try to do what everybody is doing. Don't try to appear the way everybody appears. There is no fashion that is special or more special than the other. I don't know if you've noticed now, baggy trousers and boot cut have come back. But I said, I beg, I no do. You people can be doing your recycling. I will stay on my straight trouser. But it is coming back. And there was a time it went out of fashion. And if you wear baggy, if you see some of the suits we wore those days, it could sew for 3 people. And the coat is, but it came to a time where even to button became a problem too. They say fitted. Now we are beginning to loosen up a bit and all that. So just do what works for you. And if it is your style, people will appreciate you for that. Why? They will see consistency. Now understand your craft deeply. You can't sell what you don't fully understand. Mastery builds confidence. Confidence sells. Study, practice, sharpen. Now you are an architect. Let me use our profession for example. And you are coming to meet a client to develop brief within an RFI meeting, what we call request for information. And you don't know your onions. There are clients who will go and do research before they call you for a meeting. As they're asking you the question, they know the answer. They just want to hear what you say, to know whether you are worthy of their project or not. Now, I often tell some of my team members and staff, I say, it is good to know everything, and it's good to study well. They always call us architects, jack of all trades, master of all. They won't say none, because you are expected, we do structures from 200 level to masters. The same structures that structural engineers do, that builders do, you still have to learn it. Because you can't go and design something that a structural engineer cannot reinforce. So you need to have knowledge of structures. You need to have knowledge of town planning. So we have all this all in one. Now, you need to know much about what you do. Because you can't have your clients second guessing you in your own field. Now, there is nothing wrong in saying, I'll take a rain check on that and get back to you. There are various reasons you can give for making such a statement. You don't need to answer everything. Because sometimes you may even know the right answer, but out of anxiety, you may say something different. So if it is not coming to you, sir, I think I'll think about it. I will need to do some research on how to culture, this brief to what works for you. He said, no, I want you to tell me the general idea. So no, sir, we don't do that. We want to make sure we tailor this to your specific need. You have dodged. You have dodged. You've made it bespoke to him. Say, sir, I want to get this thing right. For instance, I was with a judge, and we were talking about how to maximize his mornings, because if you know judges very well, they are always on their desk at home, reviewing cases, writing judgments and things like that. And he likes his coffee. And he wants to do exercise at the same time. But he says he doesn't have time for exercise, and he still needs to he always has to take his coffee to stay awake. And things. So I said, okay, Oga, do you know what to do? Do you like biophilic architecture? He said, what is biophilic architecture? I said, architecture with green, plants infused, trees within a building and things like that. Yes, you like those kind of things? Okay. You say you like gardens and scenery and all that. I said, good. You know what we'll do for you? We'll create a garden in the middle of your house. We'll create a lobby that goes around that garden between your master bedroom and your study. Anytime you want to take a walk, you come out of your study and you just go around. You are appreciating the garden, and you are taking a walk. That is exercise. You walk in, you're taking your coffee, you do that. You didn't have to go somewhere very far to go and exercise. So it doesn't look like you are breaking from your mental flow. And you come back to your door and you enter and you continue with your case. And he looked at me and said, okay, this makes a lot of sense. I love people who know their onions. And I was proud of myself. So if I did not know biophilic architecture, I would say, sir, just wake up in the morning, now use your treadmill. That is an artificial solution to a natural challenge. And we are trained to always first seek natural solutions. Artificial should come at the tail end, when you probably do not know how else to deal with that challenge naturally. So own your skills, know your onions. But of course, there may be times where you will black out or blank out, and you should know how to wiggle yourself out of that by knowing how to use your mouth very well. Now, there was a time when Mr. Collins is here. My first ever website in 2014, I think. Is it 2014, 2013? He built it. Right from then, in Jos, our company motto for the first company we ever started, which is SWC, Seraphic World Construction, was integrity and excellence. Because that was what I yearned for. Being somebody who is OCD means if I come into a space, I am not looking at the excellence in the space, I'm looking at the errors. My eyes are trained to see errors before excellence. Because I'm not bothered about excellence. It's already excellent. That's not a challenge. What is a challenge is the error. So I said, I want to focus on excellence. But what's the second side? Integrity. Client's trust. When a client gives you money for something, and you divert it to something else, you have betrayed client trust. You can't go far with such. No matter how tempted you are, you have to make sure that the money that is meant for project A is meant for project B. And because it's easy to just talk, there's real life situation when you are under a tight, or you are in a tight corner. Make sure that you have an equity that can back up the inter-project borrowing. Such that if, for instance, anything comes up tomorrow and you need to bring that money back, you have something to sell to bring it back, which on a normal day you probably will not want to sell, but that backs it up as like a collateral. Now you mitigate that financial challenge before you return the money back. Those are things that you must make sure you have in place. But if you don't have that equity, you don't have that backup and use the money, devil works in mysterious ways. Somebody's money is with you 1 year, he hasn't called you. Is the day you chose to take it to do something else. Say, let me just do a sharp. You will just see flash first. You say, my God. Because the first call will never go through. Because you will agree you didn't see it. You say, no, my mind cannot be playing tricks. It's not this man that is calling me today. Till he calls again, and your mind is beam. So, you have to always find a way to protect yourself. And no overdo. My tailor called me some days ago. He said, Oga, I want to make new natives for you. I say, Hafiz, I take God beg you. The clothes what I get, I never wear and finish. This whole week now white I wear, just to prove to myself, say I get enough white. Sometimes you don't know what you have. Go and check that your wardrobe. I found one native this week I didn't know I still had. And it was still fine on me. But you see yourself buying things you don't need. That is where problem starts coming with integrity. Things you don't need. Try to impress who is not even looking at you. There are places where looks matter. There are places where competence matter. Know the difference so that you don't kill yourself. The power of self-motivation. Nobody owes you motivation. What you feed your mind fuels your fire. Books, mentors, the Bible, fill your tank daily. Me, I don't like to read books. Is there anybody here who doesn't like to read books? Don't lie, no fake it. I read architecture, but don't. And people think architecture is all about drawing. No. We have 4 credit load theoretical courses that are prerequisites. If you fail them, you won't continue. Studio is 10 credit load, no doubt. But most people focus on studio. But there are still 4 credit load courses, structures and co. Building methods and all that. But you must find a way to absorb knowledge in your own unique way. Because if it must be book alone, then you run into trouble if you don't like books. I have a lot of books on my shelves. I will read one chapter, I will drop it for the next year, maybe till next year before I continue the 2nd chapter. So, but there are apps that summarize books. Most of these books that we read, the nectar that you need from it is not more than maybe 3 or 4 pages. They are just trying to give you a background to explain for you for it to, but if you can get a book summary app, I'll thank God our AI people are here. So they summarize it for you, you get that knowledge. And you feel and you motivate yourself. Thank God for what my brother said about reading the Bible with AI apps. I even for your normal Bible app, it took me time to understand that you can just type in a reference in the search area and it will give you all the scriptures related to it. I am sad. I need scriptures on sadness. You will see it. Get me right. You will see scriptures that will make you sad. If you will see it is in the Bible. Pastors are here. So if you want to get sad, there are scriptures that will help you to be sad. You ask yourself, so Jesus can weep, so God can abandon Jesus. Then waiting come be me. So you will also get scriptures that will motivate you. All right, don't worry, my slides are not many. We are trained to just use images and short statements to do our presentations. Follow who you want to become. Bishop Oyedepo will say, who you follow determines what follows you. If you follow fraudulent developers, EFCC will follow you. Clients who do not have patience for court will follow you with their gun. I have met a client, I've heard of a client who told the people they were doing JV with, they say, oh sir, we need to do this documentation, go to Aegis and get all these verifications and do legal search. He said, I don't have that energy. One bullet will solve it. When I heard it, it was like, I said, you mean the person? He said, yes. He said, one bullet will solve it. Chop my money and go. Don't worry. Don't worry. One bullet to solve it. So, follow the right people. Follow the right people who have what you're looking for. There's nothing new. Who has read Richest Man in Babylon? That's the only book I read from beginning to the end. Richest Man in Babylon. It will tell you a lot about life. You will know that there is nothing new. You will see in the richest Man in Babylon where it will tell you, do not go and invest in a business you don't know anything about. If you want to invest in such a business, look for somebody who knows about it and who has proof and integrity. Because some people know the business, but that your money is their target. So that, thank God they showed us greenhouse that is not AI. Some people will show you AI, and when they collect your money, you will be looking for greenhouse. It is it's black house, you see. So be careful the kind of house that you are. Before you pay for greenhouse, I see yellow house. Oh my God. So let me just touch on these people's names that I put here. The same Adenuga I just spoke about. Some people, they don't like being everywhere. But they still get results because behind the scene, they are pressing buttons. You are not seeing them, but things are moving. Pastor Sarah is not here, Abi, but we are doing things. That's leadership. So there are people who are out there, you learn from them physically grinding. And there are people who are in the coven. Most of the impactful people, like I was listening to someone on Facebook yesterday say, he said most of the impactful people living in the Christendom are those that are hidden in their secret places praying for the church. Not necessarily those on the altar. So just identify what works for you and build on it. Your brand, your face. Brand visibility isn't always personal visibility. Your website, your copy, and your media sometimes speak before your face is seen. Very important. We just got a job this week, a hotel project, a massive hotel project in Benue. And the man came to our site, or one of our sites in Guzape, and he saw the quality in the structural work. Now, the quality of the concrete, the fact that we used TMT, reinforcement bars, you know, and how everything was looking very straight and nice. And his brother is an architect. And he just he called me this morning. He said, please, my brother is an architect, but he doesn't have experience yet. They've started the project, but please, I beg you. I want you to take over the project. So this is now brand visibility. Your product is selling you. I don't know him from anywhere. And this is a massive project. And he asked me, say, how do you work? Tell me how you work so that I will know whether we can work. And I'm getting to that point, and you will see why I just made that statement. Know your business style. Your business may need a different energy than you. If you are quiet, your business voice can still be loud. Use your foot soldiers, ambassadors, and partners. You see UN Secretary General. They will sit in their meeting room, plan, then they will now push some ambassadors. Go and talk. Then when everywhere boss, they will now come and say, no, so, you know, we are going to find a different way to solve this problem. But that first one, they are the ones who created it. But you don't know, because they push some people forward. That's diplomacy. You think most times diplomacy may look like it doesn't solve problems, because diplomats have come to realize that the problems are deeper than what you see on the surface. So while they are dealing with the root causes, they give you what, you know, will look good to you to see for now. Then they deal with the real issues. So you need to know, position people. If you are running a small scale business, medium or large or whatever, I can make bold to say our own is large scale now. So if you don't have the right people in the right places, you will run into trouble. This person who gave us this job came to our site, Abi. He met engineers, he met people. If they were the wrong people, they can give a wrong impression to him. But they were professional. They can even divert the job. So be careful the kind of the people you have within your organization. There are some that are evil, but they are necessary evils. Know where to send them to. There are some that should never meet your clients. Never. If you see position somebody on the site, tell the person, if you see Engineer Dan talking to anybody, call me immediately. Don't even distract him. Tell him that one pillar is falling. Just to distract him from there. If not, he will Columbia your clients. So after you've suffered, you've sweated to build a beautiful looking house, one very uncouth person will just come and take away your opportunities. And so you have to be very careful, the people you send forward. Communicate effectively. A brand is built on clarity. Everything they've said today, that's why I'm the last speaker. Everything they've said today is related to this, you know, building a brand and client acquisition. Because you can have all this and you don't know how to posture yourself, you lose opportunities. And that's why people get frustrated and they shut businesses down. A brand is built on clarity. Don't be ambiguous. Let what you are after be clear. Speak right words at the right time to the right people, from captions to conversations. It's not easy, but God will give you grace to communicate effectively. Now, some common errors people make, professionals, business people, as you can see. These are the responses people give clients. If you don't have time, we can't work together. You know, you never chop, you dey arrogant. You dey tell client, if you don't have time, we can't work together. I'll do it cheaper. Somebody said something earlier. Agric person. He said that I said I'll do it cheaper does not mean I'll compromise on the quality. It could be scalability. If you have 10,000 naira and it cannot, we can tone it down to 5,000. So those of us who are into the creative industry, please know what you're saying before you say it. Some clients are just waiting for you to say someone has, I'm not lying, somebody has said this before. I said, we will find a way to do it cheaper. He fled up. And he was the one complaining about the cost of the project. And I said, to make him happy, we'll do it cheaper. He said, so you are the kind of professionals who compromise. I said, same is trouble. I say, make we use marble. You say it took cost. I say, make we go use Nigerian granite. Now you are saying, you know, so you have to find nice ways to say it professionally. If it's not a priority now, we can come back to it later. It's left for them to decide whether it's a priority. Don't tell them if they don't have time. Some people are so arrogant and uncouth the way they respond to clients. You chase clients away with such responses. I'll adjust the scope to fit your budget. That's professional. That makes sense. So we can gap it. If it is a hostel block and you want to build 1,000 hostel, we can break it into 200 capacity. Then we connect it with courtyard. Those of us who went to federal institutions, our hostels were like that. One hostel, a lobby connects the other. So if you say you want to build everything one day, it may be overwhelming. But you can gap it. That's how they know you have experience. Can you pay more? This is the language I use. What budget are you comfortable working with? What budget? Define your own budget, then I will see what works. We don't negotiate. Who are you that they don't negotiate? Some people say they don't price in supermarket. They price in supermarket. And I will tell you how. I walk into the supermarket and the milk is 10,000. I will leave there and go to the shop on the corner. Oga, give me milk. It can never be the same price with the supermarket. I have priced it without even arguing with anybody. Have you not seen people in supermarket? They look at the thing. They just smile. They move to the next one. They just quietly walk out. Baba Namdi, I beg, give me milk for there. No be AC, I go chop. So you have to be smart. But because somebody is there, say if I walk out now, they will say, I no get money. Okay. Oh. So that's just a light joke. Digital presence, my people have said it all. But I'll just touch up on it in a way that is unique to my topic. Whatever you do requires a type or a category of visibility. I'm an architect. I'm a diplomat. I want people to see my body of work. I want you to be able to go to Google and type my name and see my body of work. So if you go now, you type my name, Felix Arome, you will see my body of work. You will see my posts. You will see my website. You will see the events I attended, which minister I went to see, what day, what did I go there for? Did I just go there for farming or what? You will see it there. The ones that are posted, it doesn't cost much to pay newspapers for online visibility. As little as 20,000 and all that, they can put your news there. And when anybody types your name, he brings it up. I say, this man is on business day, or this one is on this. And I get calls these days. They call me, they say, we want to put you as man of the week. I say, how much is the money? They say 500. I say, wait first. Let me be man of next week. This week, the week, no, they finish. So you have to put yourself out there. Have your social media handles, Instagram and all that. And of course, the next slide, you will see. Choose the right platforms. So, as I know they TikTok because I don't understand it. Snapchat, I don't understand. I tried it and I ran out. I don't even know the login details now. But I know Instagram, people see. LinkedIn, people see. My executive assistant is always having to post on my LinkedIn and all that. I do my Instagram myself, but he does the LinkedIn. So that's where professionals will see what you do. And I can't count how many people have connected with me on LinkedIn by virtue of what they see there. So work with consultants now. If you want ideas on how to brand yourself, how to posture yourself, you could meet people like me. We create time and tell you what you need to do. Link you up with consultants in the different areas too. Those that are into the media spaces like Mr. Collins and co, they will teach you what you need to do. Value, likability. Being liked is a bonus. Being useful is key. Even if they don't like your style, they will come back for your results. So this now goes to the part of not just about you looking good or presenting yourself appropriately. Make sure for no reason your product should not be below the mark. I saw his shoe before I saw him. Abiasa, I just saw the shoe now, and I screamed. I don't buy Nigerian-made shoes or handmade shoes, not because I don't want to promote Nigerian products, but I love excellence in craftsmanship. So I'm not going to force myself and buy something that is poorly made just because I want to encourage you. No, I won't do that. I may promote it, but personally, I will go and buy ready-made, foreign-made and stuff like that. But when I saw the shoe, I was flabbergasted. I mean it. Looking at it for me, it does not do justice. When you go out, look at it. The attention to detail is uncanny. The discomfort that we get from shoes, there's a side that they cut the flap, the base, to protect this part of your foot from being... So I can tell you because there's one Nigerian-made shoe they sent to me recently. It's thick socks I use in wearing it. Just to encourage them, so that... So be excellent in your craft. Be excellent in your craft. And when you are doing anything, let your critics not be your customers. Let them be your colleagues. Until your colleagues cannot see errors in your work, you have not arrived. It's not customer. If I tell you this line here now is not straight, some people will say, what is he saying? But it takes a fellow architect, engineer, builder, who has an eye for detail to understand where I'm coming from. Where does the line not meet? Is it deliberate or is it an error? That's another question. Personal hygiene, this is the one I'm very passionate about. Because this can deny you opportunities. People like me, if you carry body odor, come near me. Sorry. Sorry. Clean, flashy. Not expensive. Clean, flashy. You can't build trust if you look careless and smell awful. Good grooming signals respect for yourself and others. Because if you come with body odor, you are disrespecting the person. How are you disrespecting them? You are forcing them to tolerate your presence. Some people will enter my office and I'll stand there. I say, can we take a stroll outside? I just want to... Before they kill me in my space. You think it's everybody that died of heart attack that is heart attack? Don't worry yourself. When they do those people that do check their dead body, when they say, we are seeing one odor here from outside. The heart couldn't take it, So please, and do you know anybody can have body odor? Anybody. It's all about practice. Shave the hair in the right places. Use roll-on. The good type. There are some roll-ons that are even more, they are worse. I would personally recommend Nivea. I'm not their brand ambassador, but at least they are tested and trusted. It lasts longer. So I use it. I've tried to go to other places. I ran back to Nivea. Use your roll-on. If you have perfume, spray. Now, for those who love oud, some ouds are nice, but they are quite strong. And for people who have allergies, it can be a turn-off. And we just, this thing. Okay, can we talk later? And between that time, they say, let's talk later. Another person will come and take that job. You can't believe it. It happens. So, if you're going to use an oud, look for another perfume that has a fruity background to tone it down. So that fruity background, mild, feminine kind of perfume, it tones down the strong oud. I'm talking to men now, because men who use oud mostly. These things are important. It is not a luxury. I hope I'm not overshooting. So please, it matters. You shave. If you are a man, shave well. Don't come looking like Methuselah. We are not in those days. You say the Jesus and the apostles who used to shave them. Okay, don't worry. Pilate will patronize you. So, as you can see, leave room for curiosity. Don't try to teach everything in one go. You can see my slides, not too much story. Because I know you can't read it all now. But if you need more information or you need the slides, it can be shared. share just to spark interest. Some people, in the first meeting, they've told the person all their trade secrets. Sir, you must give me this work. Oh. We use starch, we turn it like a akamu. We put it under the sun for 5 hours. You have told him now. What does he need you for again? You have told him all your trade secrets in the name of trying to woo him in your pitch. Your pitch must address the issues and the solutions to it. Between the issue and the solution, the strategy is your own. That's why they need you. Like I said, those who want more will reach out. Just like people that have been finishing my brother's fuel in the name of greenhouse. So as you tell them where they like them, they call you. You say, hey, my consultancy fee is $100, but in case of EFCC, it is 150,000. So that I don't say, why am I charging you $1 in Nigeria? But sometimes we use dollar as a standard, so that anything you change it to, if it is 1.6 or 1.8, they will give you your 1.8. Don't chase people, attract them through clarity, visibility, and value. That's personal branding. Some people are irritated when you chase them. They are just like that. They do things within their own time. If you have explained the value that you're going to offer, and you are sure within yourself that you did justice to it, let it slide. Go and pray. That's how I do it. If I'm offering a service that I'm even in doubt that the client can afford, I go and pray for the client. Father, this person loves my service, but they're probably turned off by the price. Open doors for them. I have personal examples of that. Open doors for them, and they will call you. So thank you. Thank you. So, because of the time, I don't know if I did justice to the topic, but because of the time, maybe in further interactions, one would be able to answer more questions, detailed questions on how to sell yourself properly. Thank you, sir.
Please, I'd like to say this, Dr. Yakozak. Please, the next time we need a moderator, don't call me.
I'm very shy.
We're just talking about that I have a run for my money right now. In fact, I'm afraid. But please, can you just round up this meeting?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for him. Ambassador Aroma, even if I say so myself, thank you. This is uniquely fantastic, and every point nailed. Funny thing is, from start to finish, you touched every topic that was discussed here today. But know this, nobody sells you like you. Nobody sells you like you. So if you want to sell you, first of all, find out, who are you? Who are you? Ask yourself, who am I? Or who do I want to be? How do I want people to, I tell my children, I say, dress as you want to be addressed. If you want to be addressed as a ragamuffin, dress like a ragamuffin. I walked into UBA to see my friend that was working in SEC in Lagos. Day one, I got there, I was wearing jeans, smart t-shirt, tucked in. I knew I was looking good. As I walked to the reception, the security man looked at me and said, yes, what do you want? I said, I'm going to the SEC building. He said, okay, please wait. I sat down waiting. I waited for about 30 minutes. Excuse me, okay, who do you want to see? I filled a form, they took it. I waited for another 25 minutes before they came back to me. Eventually I went up, I saw the person I needed to see. The next day I was coming, because I hate ties. I wore a shirt, folded my sleeves, wore a tie, didn't put it all the way up, but my sleeves were folded, her shirt was tucked in, dressed, and all. As I was coming, of course, it was in the afternoon, so he just left office, he maybe went for lunch or something. Good day, sir, welcome, sir. I just walked straight to the lift, I entered the lift, and I went to where I was going to. I looked like them. If you want to be addressed like somebody worth the onions, dress like you're worth the onions. Otherwise, you're finished. Has today been a good day? Please put your hands together for our uncle. You see these slides from Ambassador Rome? Personally, I'm going to sit down on them and take again. Because we have to rebrand now. It's not to worry you. Please tell your neighbor, rebrand. And I didn't say talk to me. Look at the person. Tell the person, rebrand. Some of you might need to change the colors you wear. You might need to change the colors you wear. My friend told me one, he said, blue looks good on you. I said, are you serious? No problem. And I told my tailor, I said, I want shades of blue. So know the colors that work for you. Some of you should never wear black. Never. Decide which one works for you and do so. Okay, so we're about to go. I'd like to invite the chairman of the planning committee to come and do the vote of thanks, I think, so that we can go. It has been a good day. But while he's preparing to come, I'd like to get 2 testimonies. What did you learn today? 2 people. I'm counting 5. I want 2 people that will come up here and answer. 1. Come up here. That's what? 2. You have a question? Okay, I have the 2 people. Please come up. Question for who? All of them. Okay, please come up.
Thank you. Praise the Lord. The question is, do we have any plan for franchising? Because I know you all have your businesses, probably well established. Do you have any plan for franchising? Some of us are too old to go into shoe businesses, and we might want to just put in our investments and get something back. Another one is, do you want to go public? PLC, public liability company, where we can buy stocks and shares and be own just a little bit part of your business. So that's just the question. I don't know if there's any plan for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a worthy question, a very worthwhile question. Do we have plans? Do we have, and I said it earlier, that many of us think that I need to do this business. Look beside you, you can collaborate, you can partner. And there are people here who may not have the courage to run the business, but they might have the idea to collaborate. They may not have the idea, but they might have the money or know somebody that has the money. Somebody's own might be that, okay, look, my job is I'll come and be the driver in the company. That's my own equity. So thank you very much for that question. We'll take it as well when we get into the internships and look at that. So your testimony, sir. Sharp, sharp.
All right. Thank you very much once again. Simon Martin is my name. I want to sincerely appreciate the ESCOs for putting this together and the church. It was indeed a learning experience. From the person that talked about AI, to the marketing, to the farm, to the person that talked about the shoes, and to cap it up. Our last speaker did amazingly well, because I personally am interested in the whole concept about branding. And I'm so excited that we finished it that way. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Edem Obong from Lokogoma 1 branch. I really want to appreciate Anchor and all the executives, everyone that planned this event. I really want to. This event was for me. This event was for me. I could remember our last Anchor conference, Remember Your Dreams, Not Your Fears. That pushed me into starting a business, and I delved into palm oil business. And it has been growing. And today's event has helped me to remember that I need social media presence. I need the AI to improve my packaging and everything. I really, really don't take it for granted. The last speaker about appearance and integrity, I know I am facing that as a challenge in my business. And what he said last, don't sell yourself short on compromising your integrity. That has helped me. That has settled it for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there a lady that will tell what you learned? One lady. Come, please. Please put your hands together for her.
evening, everyone. Are we still afternoon? Good afternoon, everyone. Praise God. First, I want to appreciate Anchor. I have never been to any of the event before because I used to think it's men thing. And I came. Yes, I have a business. And my business has reached a stage where I said, from this year, we need to turn back and take it to this next level. And apparently, I've already, stated a meeting with my team on Monday. I have what we want to talk about. But sitting right here, I have a nugget from each speaker that I'm going to add to what we're going to talk about in the office on Monday. So thank you all very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please join me to welcome His Excellency Ambassador Yaba for the closing remarks. Thank you.
Jesus knows all about our struggles. He will guide till the day is done. There's not a friend like the lonely Jesus. No, not one. No, not. Would you please put your hands together for Jesus Christ for such a wonderful event? One of the most beautiful things to see is to have women attend anchor functions. And this is also one of the programs that we have had that even at the time of closing, people are still held spellbound. So put your hands together for Anchor. Put your hands together for Pastor Sarah. Put your hands together for the ESCO of Anchor. And please, if you're a member of the planning committee, could you please join me on the stage, please? Because it's important that you guys see the wonderful people that have been doing a fantastic job. We have seen a movie this year. We have had a business conference. We are having a vocational training. And now, stop clapping. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, these are the men that have been behind this program. A lot of thinking goes into what we do. It is out of wisdom that the ESCO of Anchor decided to have a planning committee. Last year, they set up a committee to put together this event. There are quite a lot of us that are also not here. And then again this year, because some of us are politicians, they decided that we're going to do a second tenure. So we're actually in our second tenure. I don't know whether they want to break the constitution to make it a third tenure, but sincerely, I'm sure we would have grown some other team of people that will be able to take it up from here. A couple of things that I want to talk about. First, let me appreciate every facilitator that took part in today's program. From Mr. A.I. Darlington, to the digital marketing, to the farmer, to Chimaroke. I hope not Namani, even if it is, it's still beautiful. To the leather works, to the team that came from government, the engineer. It's beautiful to see a woman that's an automobile engineer. And then to my brother, who is a member of the planning committee, Felix Arome. To be honest, a lot of us are very shocked. He always keeps quiet in meetings, anytime we have meetings. But I have actually seen another side of him today. Now, this goes to tell you that whatever skills you have, whatever business you're doing, I think there's a role for you to play in the house of God. I would probably sit down, come to church and go until, and quite a lot of these young men, until the committee, till ESCO decided that there could be more that we can do in church. And that's the reason why we're having what we're having today. And this is even the starting point, because next week, by the way, it's also important to mention, we're going to be having a medical outreach here in this church. And we will be targeting about 1,000 people to be able to reach out to them. We've done a lot in terms of media and marketing for this, but there's also the part of mobilization that each of us have to do. If you have people in your care group system in your churches that need medical services, we'll be distributing free glasses. As a matter of fact, a member of the planning committee is actually funding it, and he's spending quite a lot of money to be able to get people to Christ, because we want to be able to also fuse evangelism to it, because That must always be the idea. Yes, we want to reach out to your health, but Jesus is much more important. So please try as much as possible to be here. Next Saturday, it starts at 9 a.m. in the morning. Like I said, we'll be targeting about 1,000, from basic checks to dispensing of drugs to giving free eyeglasses, etc., and even food where there is need for that. So please do not fail to come, and then of course spread the news. For those that are also church members that want to benefit, it's also possible that we can extend that to you because you're already a member of the house. Let me also say, and this is very important, if you have not registered for, and you're a man here, if you haven't registered for the conference this year, we have decided to take everything we're doing in Anchor digital. Registration is digital. When we were trying to put this event together, we decided that we're not going to have a physical filling of forms. And as at this morning, we had nearly 1,200 people that had registered for this event. And we can actually put them in numbers. You had Nota talk about the number of people that are interested in AI, digital marketing, the leather works, etc. That's the way we want to go going forward. And for the T-shirt, those of us that you see wearing the T-shirts, all you need to do is just to scan the code behind the shirts we're wearing. If you scan this code, you'll be able to easily register. You register and pay for your conference. By the way, this conference, this year's conference is going to be out of this world. So stay tuned. That's what I can say for now, because a lot of work is also going into it. And I'll also say that a lot of you people here have not participated or donated to what Anchor is doing this year. I do not need to sell it any further. For you to have been sitting down since morning up until now, I believe you appreciate the work that we're putting in. And so to that extent, I will request that you support Anchor's Pro. A lot of us, in our first AGM, some of us filled out this form. I'd like anyone that is interested in supporting. It's not compulsory for women, but of course, if any woman decides to give us money, we will gladly take it because we will judiciously utilize it. You can even pay on behalf of your boyfriend, on behalf of your husband, with the hope that they will join Anchor eventually, because I know they will. So please indicate by a show of hand that you are interested in supporting our program this year. This year, we're going to be having an international speaker grace our conference sometime in October. So please feel free to support, feel free to make your donations. Be rest assured that it will be utilized judiciously. On behalf of the planning committee, I say a very big thank you to everyone that came. On behalf of the president of Anchor, Uncle Boss Mustafa, on behalf of the church leadership, we welcome you. And we say that you will go in peace and you get to your destinations safely. And until we gather again, please may we all stand and share the grace together. And we say, may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit rest and abide with us now and forevermore. For those that registered, if you haven't registered, register again online. We'll be getting back to you on the master class on the plans for each of these topics. Thank you so very much, and God bless you.